Matt Griffith, and today we're in the city of Asheville, North Carolina, where it's a city of art and culture. There's so much to do here. There's nature. There's even games to play with your family. It's just a beautiful city. It's one of the most eclectic cities in North Carolina. You will find anything you want to do here.
Before we started exploring Asheville's trendy downtown area, we decided to squeeze in some history by making a quick drive over to the Blue Ridge Parkway Visitor Center. Just a short drive from the heart of Asheville, the center highlights the rich heritage of North Carolina and the Blue Ridge Parkway. The Visitor Center is also a great resource for information and holds a number of special events in their 70-seat theater.
Hey, we're in the River Arts District. Let's go have a look. We're here with Jeff Coslow, one of the owners of Lexington Glassworks in Asheville, North Carolina. Hey Jeff, how are you?
Doing well.
So what all do y'all do here?
So the Lexington Glassworks is a glassblowing studio and art gallery located in Asheville, North Carolina. We have one of the biggest glassblowing studios in the region, and we're open to the public. So it's anytime we're blowing glass, the general public can come through, see what we're making, watch us working in the studio, and buy our art out of our gallery. We sell 100% retail direct. The only place you can get our glass is from us here at our studio gallery or on our online store.
Okay, and your website address is
LexingtonGlassworks.com. Exactly. Kind of the focus of our studio, we do a lot of custom lighting and custom pieces as well. So we work with our customers one-on-one, kind of making custom lighting for their homes, businesses, restaurants, you name it. So that's a huge part of our business. But like I said, anytime we're blowing glass, we're open to the public here. People can just come in and see us working. We talk through the process as we go.
The Asheville Pinball Museum is probably my favorite place that I've been to today. It is so cool. Reminds me of my childhood. There are tons of classic pinball machines in here. You pay one fee and you have access to play all of them for as long as you want. It's a pretty amazing place. Let's go have a look. Game on.
We're almost 5 years old. In fact, it's around this time 5 years ago that I got the idea and started collecting. I had 3 machines when I got the idea, so now 3's turned into 120.
So yeah. Were these like these 3 machines? Did they start off in your garage and you were just tinkering with them?
No, I bought one December 2012. I bought one. Said, hey, for my birthday, I'd like to get an old pinball machine. I was like, okay, so it was $400, and the guy I bought it from. He had a couple other ones, and then about a month later I bought one more, then another one, and that was it. That's all the room I had. And but then we had a house party, movie night, and one of my guests sent me a link to the Seattle Pinball Museum, and the light bulb went off. I went, you put that in Asheville, it'll be huge, and here we are. Yeah, with
you were psychic.
Well, I rolled the dice and it worked out, at least so far. So yeah, we're 5 years old this summer, and so far so good. Yeah.
I'm Agent Schrader with Liquor.com and Places to Go. We're here in Asheville, North Carolina, which is pretty much the southern capital of craft brews. And since 1994, Highland Brewery has been a big part of that.
Asheville kind of feels like the city equivalent of your cool uncle, who was always having a party on his back porch. And as Asheville's oldest craft brewery, Highland definitely exemplifies that feeling as well. Their spacious tasting room and laid-back outdoor patio are the perfect backdrops to sample one of their year-round beers, as well as one of their seasonal or small batch offerings. And of course, it wouldn't be a real party without entertainment. The brewery's multi-level event center hosts year-round events, with eclectic programming featuring everything from live music to fly fishing festivals. The brewery also stays true to its Asheville roots by keeping conservation in mind. Their 1,000-plus rooftop solar panels are capable of powering all of the brewery's operations, making it one of the greenest breweries in the country. And you'll never have to drink alone, since man's best friend is welcome in one of their dog-friendly areas. Oh yeah, and most importantly, they've got great beer.
This is what you really come for. The environment's awesome, but the beer's fantastic.
Asheville is home to the North Carolina Arboretum.
The North Carolina Arboretum is a 65-acre expanse that lets you experience the beauty of nature by strolling through their vast cultivated gardens. Particularly interesting permanent exhibits include a garden-scale model train that recreates the coming of railways to western North Carolina around the turn of the 20th century, and a world-renowned bonsai exhibition that is one of the largest of its kind in the United States, hosting up to 50 bonsai specimens at a time. The garden exhibits are also handicap accessible with wheelchairs available for loan in the Education Center and Baker Exhibit Center. However, if you're looking for a less curated way of reconnecting with nature, the Arboretum also offers a number of trails of varying difficulty and lengths. The Arboretum exhibits are free, but be prepared to pay a parking fee unless you're an official Arboretum member.
I'm at Tupelo Honey Cafe, and I have to say that Asheville is a food lover's paradise. I'm a foodie, and this place is just an amazing place for foodies. There's just really not a bad restaurant in this town. It's one of the few places I've been where every place is good. Another great restaurant in Asheville is Lab, but don't worry, it's not what they serve. Lab stands for Lexington Avenue Brewery. It was started by two friends here, and it's just a great place to come. They have great beer, awesome food, and cool people, as the sign says.
Ask any local where you should get breakfast in Asheville, and the name Sunny Point Cafe is sure to turn up. This Asheville institution has been heralded as one of the best breakfast and brunch joints in the country, and is honestly a solid choice for lunch and dinner as well. Locally owned and locally sourced and food-focused, this place has become a destination in and of itself, so be sure to get there early, as there's always a line at the door and parking is limited. However, the wait is certainly worth it, and they make it as tolerable as possible, offering hot coffee while you stroll around their garden till your party is called.
This is the Orange Peel. It has caused me to make a trip to Asheville on at least 2 occasions to come see a concert. The concert scene here is fantastic, and most of the time the concerts are very reasonably priced. I've personally seen Parachute and also Marianas Trench here, which both were awesome concerts.
Asheville doesn't keep all of its music indoors, though. Street performers can be found all around downtown, filling the air with melodies and helping add to the easygoing rhythm of this artsy mountain town.
We're at Mass General in Asheville, and this store reminds me of my childhood. There used to be stores like this all over America a long time ago, we'll say, without revealing any ages here. But you've got toys, candy, and all the candy is available as one piece at a time. It's just a great place that kind of takes you back in time. The prices are good, and it's just a fun store. This is a busy store.
Asheville definitely has options, but the shopping choices are as eclectic as the city itself. Offers everything from trendy boutiques to used books to handmade crafts. You're sure to find a souvenir that fits your style.
We're at McCormick Field in Asheville, home of the tourists. Isn't that like an awesome name for a baseball team? And as you can hear from the sounds, they're getting ready still. Opening day isn't until next week, but we're here a week early. I figured that would give me a good seat, so I'm pretty close to the field. I'm in section DD, seat 17, row A. I'm ready to watch a game. How about you guys?
We're outside of Sierra Nevada Brewery, which is one of North Carolina's favorite breweries. Let's check it out.
Sierra Nevada decided to avoid the whole East Coast versus West Coast debate by brewing in both California and North Carolina. Their NC location is just outside of Asheville, and their brewery is a sight to behold. If Highland is your cool uncle's outdoor barbecue, then Sierra Nevada is like your rich relative's awesome pool party. It's just as fun, but you're a little more worried about tracking mud inside. At the time of our visit, they were offering tours at all range of price points. Most ranged somewhere between $12 and $15, but they do offer complimentary brewery and self-guided tours as well. And if you're a true aficionado, you can spring for their Beer Geek tour. No matter which tour you opt for, make sure and call ahead, because spots fill up fast. Even if you don't go on tour, you can still have a great time by buying a pint of one of their delicious beers fresh from the source in their beautiful tasting room.
And I have a tough time going anywhere without checking out some cool cars. We're at the Antique Car Museum at Grovewood Village. Let's go have a look.
This property, the buildings were built between 1917 and 1923 by Fred Seeley. This business operated very successfully from the early 20s till about the early 50s, when the textile business started to change very dramatically. Hand weaving was given way to modern technology and new machinery. This property was purchased in 1953 by a local gentleman named Harry Blomberg. Mr. Blomberg was among the first Cadillac and Pontiac dealers in the state of North Carolina. A very successful businessman who started with a gas station and a tire store in downtown Asheville in the 1920s. What we have here is Mr. Blomberg's collection of cars that he had collected over several decades, cars that he thought were unique or special enough to just hang on to. And today's version of the Antique Automobile Museum, Mr. Blomberg's family, who I work for, still owns this property we call Grovewood Village, as well as the Cadillac dealership across town called Harry's on the Hill.
And I noticed this blue Eldorado. That's beautiful on the roof. Has it always been that way, or did you have to restore it?
That is a very rare car. It's a 57 Eldorado Brougham. It's totally original. That car was one of only 700 built in 1957 and 58. A car like that in 1957 was $13,000 when a regular Cadillac was $4,600. So that was the price of a house in 1957. A car like that was owned by John Wayne and Bob Hope and Frank Sinatra and Conrad Hilton and Howard Hughes and some of the famous millionaires and movie stars and people of that era. So it's by far the most valuable car in here, but we have a number of valuable cars and a fire truck, and we hope people come and pay us a visit.
The Antique Car Museum isn't the only attraction at Grovewood Village. This historical 11-acre property is also home to the Homespun Museum, which is packed full of information on North Carolina's intriguing textile history. The village is also home to a beautiful sculpture garden and a number of artists whose work can be purchased in one of the village's galleries and shops, which sell everything from paintings to handcrafted furniture to jewelry.
So there you have it. That's been our trip to Asheville. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. It's been a delight to every one of my senses, and I hope it has yours as well.